Real Madrid are signing Dean Huijsen of Bournemouth. He has a £50 million release clause. And as someone that's watched a fair bit of Bournemouth this season, what a signing for Real Madrid. This kid, he is the next Sergio Ramos. He is the Galactico of young centre-backs. Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, all in for him, dreaming they could get him. But the problem is, and it really annoys me about Real Madrid, is whenever Real Madrid wants someone in the transfer window, they get them. Trent, run down your contract, boom. Mbappe, get him, boom. You know, I'm very glad that Manchester United got Lenny Yoro because he's an unreal player. But Real Madrid got Dean Huijsen. I'm like, it's so annoying that why does everyone want Real Madrid? Well, probably because they've won the most Champions Leagues and they are the biggest club in the world. But like when Real Madrid come calling, you know Real Madrid are going to win that race 9 times out of 10. And it's been said that Real Madrid activated the 50 million release clause in Dean Huijsen's contract, and they're working to finalise the signing of the Bournemouth centre-back. Talks over personal terms are advanced, and reps in Madrid to close the transfer. Basically, this is a done deal. Basically, the release clause has been triggered. Huijsen wants to move. They'll just do some final details like, I don't know, bonuses in Huijsen's contract or maybe a future release clause, blah, 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 blah. Huijsen is going to Real Madrid. And what annoys me is Man United have been working on Cunha for like 2 months and Real Madrid have been working on this for 2 days and like, boom, it's done. It's happening. It was also said by Romano, really reliable source of information. Understand Dean Huijsen's camp has landed in Madrid to close the deal with Real. Length of the contract being discussed with 5 years on the table. Done deal, club to club for 50 million to be paid in 3 installments. So Romano is saying it's a done deal club to club. Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid is a done deal. They've gone and got Trent, they've gone and got Dean Huijsen. What Real Madrid need to do is they need to sort of improve that defence, and they just need a few players maybe to spark their creativity, missing from Bruce, and they could be back. You know, Barcelona, it's been their year, but they've got Mbappe, they've got Vinicius. They might be looking for a right wing of Rodrigo going. They might be looking for a sort of Toni Kroos replacement, although Trent could replicate that just from right back. Like, it just, it annoys me how, like, I don't like. We got Lenny Yoro. I'm a Man United fan, so we didn't really need Huijsen, but I would have liked Huijsen at Man United. It's just like, when Real Madrid want a player, there's just no chance. I think even Barcelona are interested in this guy. So this is what they said about Huijsen in January. Now, I'm a big fan of Huijsen. I've been watching him a while. If you don't watch the Premier League, if you're a Real Madrid fan, this is what I wrote about him a couple of months ago, just after Bournemouth battered Newcastle, by the way. And Newcastle, very good side with Alexander Isak, world-class player. This is what I wrote. Huijsen, pound for pound, could go down as one of the best signings ever. He's dominant in the air, leading the league in defensive duel success rate, and dealt with a world-class striker like Isak with ease today. At just 19 years old, he's already physically bossing it in the Prem and cost 12 million. 12 million! Juventus must be kicking themselves. But he goes into the Premier League. The Premier League is the most physical league in the world. It's not going to get more physical than Premier League, more physically demanding. He's coming against Isak, a world-class striker, and he was so calm, he was so composed at 19 years of age, physically dealing with it, physically winning his duels. We also know he's very good in the air. He scores headers, he scores set pieces. He was fantastic. Now, beyond his physicality and his height, what makes Huijsen a Real Madrid player is his ability on the ball. He is someone that can play out from the back, he can carry, he can pass, he's got it. He's very capable of defending large spaces, covering wide channels, tracking players effectively, but he's definitely more of a central centre-back, central zones, box defender playing out, but he can defend the wide channels with ease. His reading of the game in a positional sense, very underrated. Honestly, in terms of intelligence, in terms of reading, is unreal. He's got a high ceiling. Liverpool could target him as the long-term replacement for Van Dijk. You know, he's not naturally the quickest or the best wide channel defender in the world, but he's very good at it. But what he's good at is the box, the defending, the reading, the anticipation of the game. He is excellent. On top of Dean Huijsen, Real Madrid, when I got Trent, here we go. So you've only got 2 of the best talents from the Premier League, the best right back. And I mean, I think Lenny Yoro is maybe a tad better. But Dean Huijsen, I'm like Dean Huijsen, Lenny Yoro. If you're not going to get Lenny Yoro, Dean Huijsen's the guy. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, unbelievable player. These are his percentile statistics. Non-penalty goals, 90th percentile, just for goals, for centre-backs. But if you look at other things like interceptions, 99th percentile, because his reading of the game is so good. Clearance is 96th percentile, aerial duels 77th percentile, and statistics are normally a pointless measure for defenders. You can never rate a defender off the statistics because if you're playing for a team that's in the lower half of the table, they're going to make more tackles because they've got more to do. Do you know what I mean? Because the midfield and attack isn't as good. So it's very hard to judge defenders off percentiles and off stats, but these are very good percentiles and very good stats in regardless to that. So let's talk about Dean Huijsen and why he's that future star for Real Madrid. If Real Madrid want the next elite centre back, Dean Huijsen, as I said, is the guy. He's just turned 20. He's built for the top level. He gives Sergio Ramos vibes. He likes to get yellow cards as well. He's aggressive. He's composed. He's dominant in the air. Madrid don't just need defenders. They need defenders who can play. And Huijsen, for me, fits that well. He can play. He can carry the ball out. He can do this. He can do that. For me, he is that guy. He is that Galactico. 50 million for a young centre back. It might seem like a lot of money. Man United spent 50 million on Lenny Euro, but that's what you get. You know, the next elite centre back, the next William Saliba, the next Virgil van Dijk. That's what you want, and that's what you're paying for. Apparently, Real Madrid are interested in William Saliba. They're also interested in Alvaro, who was once at Manchester United doing well at Benfica. But what makes Dean Huijsen so special? He's 6'5". He plays with a real presence. He doesn't shy away from duels or physical battles. He will step out. He can play a high line. He is happy to play on the front foot. He's happy to be involved in build-up. He's happy to get Madrid going. He might not be rapid, but as I said, the interceptions, the clearances, how he reads danger so well. Brilliant in the end and brilliant in the air, both ends, scores from set pieces, is a threat, but he's calm. And I think when you play for a club the size of Real Madrid at that level, you need to be calm. You need to be composed. And that's what he is. He had a very good loan spell at Roma. He's gone to Bournemouth. Took him 2 months to break into the Bournemouth side. But once he got his opportunity, he did not disappoint. And since he's played for Bournemouth, he's been great. Real Madrid may have to give him a couple of months to settle. Real Madrid may have to give him time. But he's shown that he's got that mentality when he steps in, when he's called upon. He has very much impressed. Do you know what's mad about him as well? Is he's right-footed, but he's mainly played left centre-back because he's so two-footed. He's mainly played left centre-back this season despite being right-footed. He's so comfortable with both feet. He loves to get the ball, loves to carry out, can play those line-breaking passes. You know, he's the guy in the centre-back duo that's jumping, that's winning the ball early, that's stepping up the press. He is the guy that is carrying the ball out, breaking the lines. He's very press-resistant, very comfortable. Give me the ball, let me dribble. Both feet. Plays left centre-back, plays right centre-back. So two-footed. He is the perfect modern centre-back because you're thinking of two-footed, thinking of playing out, but also reading out. On top of having physical abilities. I'm not even hyping him up. There's a reason why every top club wanted Dean Huijsen. Very composed, but aggressive at the same time. So, what are Dean Huijsen's strengths and weaknesses? So, strengths is anticipation, box defending, ability to pass with both feet, definitely aerial dominance, ball carrying, being press resistant, good in the 1v1s, high defensive IQ. I think they are definitely his strengths. In terms of weakness, I think decision making could definitely improve. That's normal with young players. He does pick up a few bookings. And he just needs that bit more experience. You know, he's only just had this sort of purple patch at Bournemouth and he had a good loan at Roma, but he needs that bit of experience. He needs that bit of a test. But I do think he's a top player. I think he could be the next centre-back to lead the line after Rudiger. I think he's showing the leadership for his age. I think his technical ability for his age is what stands out. But he, as I said many times, he can play out from pressure. He's dominant in the air. He'll go toe-to-toe with an Isak, with a Haaland, with any forward. And, you know, Bournemouth, they've bought him for 15 million euros. They're going to sell him for 50 million quid, which is 60 million euros. Bournemouth are going to make 36 million pound pure profit in a year on this guy. Real Madrid, again, a good player for 50 million. It's a good deal for all parties. I'd have liked to see him have another year in the Premier League just with how talented he is. But look, it's Real Madrid. Why does everyone want to go Real Madrid? Because they're Real Madrid and they win everything. And you know that once Real Madrid come calling, he's going there. Thank you for watching. Bye.